Hello, my little statarinos. So now I'm going to do problem number 25 for our review for our first exam. As you look at this problem, we're going to need to find the critical t-value based on a certain sample size and a confidence level. And I'm going to do this using Minitab. However, I want you to be aware of the fact that, my computer that I'm currently using actually didn't have Minitab installed on it correctly, so I am reinstalling it right now, which is probably going to cause me to pause this video in a minute. Anyway, so let me draw you a little picture of what's happening here. So the t-distribution, remember, looks different depending on your sample size. So as we look at this, our distributions will look different for all of these when I do this on Minitab. But in particular, I want you to keep in mind that, T, remember, has the fat tails and has a lump in it, but might not be quite as perfect looking as the normal distribution. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a confidence level of 95 or 90% for this first one, sorry. So I want to find the T star that goes with, this idea that I've got 95% in the middle. Now, this is if I am doing a two-tailed test. Woohoo! Which is exactly what we need to be able to do a confidence interval for a confidence level. Now, for a one-tailed test, if you were doing that instead, it would look like, oh, not what I wanted. There's an undo. That's negative t star. Sorry about that. Symmetry and whatnot. It would look something like, oh, well, I want just one t star. Or t scribble in this case. Oh wow, that's going to sound psychotic when I listen to it later. Probably should do something about that. And then this area in here, all of it behind it would be like a 90%er. And this is if I was doing a left-tailed test. And obviously for a right-tailed test, you just flip this over, 90% in the other tail. Okay, I'm now going to pause this and make sure that Minitab is installed, and then we'll figure out how to do this top one. Kind of exciting, isn't it? See you in a minute. And we're back. I didn't force you to see me downloading everything because I thought that'd be nicer. So again, I want to find sample size 6, T star value, 90% confidence interval. Let's get into this Minitab action. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to graph, probability distribution plot. I want view probability. Again, we're going to go to graph, probability distribution plot, view probability, hit OK. And I'm not doing normal, I'm doing some T action. So it wants my degrees of freedom. Remember, our sample size is 6, which means our degrees of freedom is 5. And I want to do shaded area, and I want to do middle area. But it's asking for probabilities because it thinks I'm doing values for probabilities in between here. I don't want probability. I want the x value, the output value. So I want my middle. No, wait, what am I doing? Oh no, I want my two tails to have a certain amount in them. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. No, two tails. So going back to there it is. This idea, remember, 90% in the middle because I'm doing a confidence interval with a confidence level of 90%. And a sample size of 6, so I want middle 90%. Oh, sorry. Going to here, the probability I want in the tails together is to be the 10% that's left over. And I'm going to hit OK. And there is our T star, the 2.07, 2.015. Woohoo! Clearly I can read. That's tons of fun. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shrink this graph because what I really want is to do the next one. So, what am I doing? So now I want to do 98%. So what's left of my tail is going to be 2% and sample size of 21, which means my degrees of freedom is only going to be 20. So again, we go to graph, probability distribution plot, probability view. We're going to click OK. I'm still doing T, but my degrees of freedom has changed to 20. Oh, the shaded area I want in my tails is going to be 2%, so 0.02. You could also do one tail at 1%, or, there's just so many options on how you could do this, to be honest. So, don't be afraid to try something different from what I've just showed you. So maybe I'll do this one twice. So if I do both tails at 2%, I get that, the 2.58, sorry, 2.528 If I chose graph, probability distribution plot, probability view, and did like, watch this. I'm going to do same stuff, degrees of freedom, 20, shaded area, but I'm just going to do the right tail at half of this, which is 1%. Watch me get the same T. Oh my gosh! Sorry. This is a little silly of me, and I admit that, but watch me do it anyway. Getting a little slap happy as I'm getting tired. So I don't know if you want to see me do this 2 more times. I'm already bored with it, so I'm assuming you are, maybe? Or maybe that's a total jerk move on my part. I don't really know. I'm gonna call this one done. Was it fun? Did you enjoy it? Probably not. Peace out, homies.